Hello Music Berries, welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting our season 2 of our In the Shoes series. Now this series season, I finally did it because I struggled saying that last time, is going to be all about narrating true crime stories. Now, a few things before we start. At the time of this recording, I am still grieving, so even though I sound happy, I'm dead inside. Sorry about that. So I might be a teensy bit off my game, but at the moment I'm just trying to take my mind off it by recording and being with you. So please keep that in mind going into this, that sure you might say it's your aunt's dog. Well, I've had her since we got her when we got Rosie, so 8 years ago. Yeah, she's been with us for 8 years, so it's going to sting a lot, especially when I lost her sister, 2 years ago, and they both went out with not very good conditions. So yeah, okay, then the second thing is I've never done this before. Please keep in mind that all my prior experience with stuff of this kind is literally just research projects for school. If you say, well, you're good at this, so why are you complaining? Thank you. I know that I used to be good at researching for school projects, so that's all I have. Like, I don't have any researcher qualities. I don't really know how to tell a compelling story. And I'm not doing this for praise, like I genuinely don't think I have anything going for me in the subject, but I'll try my hardest. Third thing and final thing before we begin is, at the time of recording this, I've already recorded the next video that's coming up in this season, the actual, true crime video. So, yeah. I'll give my final thoughts on it at the end of this one. It's also going to be this part and the next part. It's not going to be 3 parts like the first season, because there really isn't that much to say. Like, it's not like using new software where you can go into all the mechanics, all the, everyone has Google, everyone can Google stuff. It's not like anything super impressive. I'm just here to show you the differences between what you see on screen and what actually goes on behind the scenes. So, with that said, let's begin. Okay, so the first thing I did was I searched up the least well-known true crime stories. Why did I go for least well-known? Well, there's no point going for the ones everyone talks about, because I'm going to be competing with big names, people who have been doing this for years, people whose storytelling skills are way up there, while mine are down here. So doing something that's also not very well known is something that people will be interested in. If you're always talking about the same killers, the same events from the same years, it's going to get repetitive for people. As someone who does enjoy watching true crime stuff, it's just thrilling, it makes you feel like a detective. I definitely get the fact that if you're watching a video on a specific topic, a lot of the time my recommendations are just going to be full of that same topic. Like no variety. Of course, everyone's recommendations are different. I'm not bashing anyone. I'm just saying how it is for me. So if everyone has it differently, please don't have it out for me. I'm just telling what I see. Then after that, I somehow ended up on BuzzFeed with I believe the search was, I don't have it right in front of me, the 27 least well-known cases or something, or 27 not talked about true crime cases. And I decided to go for number 13, lucky number 13, well, unlucky, lucky for Taylor Swift, good for her, I guess. I'm not a Swiftie, please, Swifties don't bash me, because I don't know, wait, was it 11? No, it was 13, right, her lucky number. I don't even know, I'm just going off like a one interview I listened to with hers. I'm also not a Taylor Swift hater, please, Swifties don't attack me. So I went to number 13, I just thought it also looked the most interesting to me. And it was a story about the Bloody Benders. Now, Americans may have heard about this because Americans study American history, of course, but as someone who clearly doesn't live in the United States, I've never heard of it. It was in the 27 least well-known cases, so even if you are American, you might not know about it. So I'm not going to spoil any of the story for you, but just keep in mind that it was almost 200 years ago. It's a case from the, I believe the 1870s, the 70s of the 19th century. So, or was it the 50s? Well, a little past the 50s of the 19th century. So the time period spans from 50-something to 70-something of 200 years ago. So, yeah, 2 centuries ago. Not many photos, not many things to go on. Of course, what I did was, to make my job easier, open a Chrome tab. I actually filmed myself doing it because I wanted to post that, but it just seemed a bit all over the place, so I decided to do this, and I'll incorporate elements, as you'll see on the screen now, of me doing it. So basically what I did, open a Word document and find different sites on the subject, and then I always start with Wikipedia, because you might say, well, Wikipedia is open to everybody, it's not exactly reliable. That's the thing, right? It's accessible to everyone, so it's going to be simplified. A simplified version means clearer key points to jot down. So, and it's also divided, there's like tables of like the key players, the time frame, the area in which it happened. So general information, easier to get from Wikipedia. After that, after I had a bit of Wikipedia stuff down, I went onto other sites, like for example, when I got stuck at some point because one section of the Wikipedia I think had been modified by someone else who hadn't written the rest of the post, and it was very badly written. I went onto a different site, which also helped me confirm and add detail to the prior knowledge I had from the Wikipedia page. So I mainly used that site because it was very, very well written. So I will be putting it up here, showing you the name of the site, because it's like a true crime proper site. You may have heard of it, I hadn't before, because I don't really go to research this type of stuff, I just watch videos about it. So after that, I mainly used that, crime site, and getting the info from there, I kind of sorted everything out in my Word doc, and then went to confirm the information on other sites just to check that everything was coherent, and everything did match up, though all sites state that at some point or another facts can get blurred into rumours, but that is simply because it's a case that is quite old. It was years ago, and there aren't really any pictures or any, it's a spoiler alert for anyone that doesn't want to know this. You can just skip ahead. It's unsolved in the sense that, sure, the case itself was caught, but the culprits were never apprehended. There was also a lot of, there's a lack of information on the culprits themselves, in the sense that they don't really even know what their real names are. Like, the Bender family is likely not even their real name. So, yeah. They're rumoured to be immigrants, but European immigrants, but that's basically all that is known of them. Of course, you can check out my video in the playlist that's going to come up next about the subject. Now for my final thoughts about it. After filming it, whoa, those are my first thoughts. As someone, when you watch it, it feels like you kind of forget this is actually happening. This has happened, this could happen again. You're detached from it. When you're the one reporting it, telling the story, when I tell you I almost threw up filming that video. Oh, and I'm tearing up. Some of the stuff in there, which normally wouldn't affect me listening to it, whoa. The innocent people that suffered at the hands of these monsters. Ooh, I'm crying. It's really a different experience when you're the one telling the story. Because it's also, you're spreading a message, and you have to be very careful also with your wording, not to spread misinformation, separating facts from hearsay, rumors from evidence, and it's just is more painful to know that they were never caught for the terrible things they did. I'm just having a bit of a moment of silence for the poor people. If you're probably gonna say, Belle, was it that bad? I mean, come on, how bad can it be? There's no video, there's no physical photographic evidence of what they did. I'm going to go and look for more again, but it's you're probably wondering why it's affecting me so much. I genuinely never expected to cry because of it. It's not just because I'm grieving, because I already filmed the video, and even then I almost cried. Maybe I even did, I can't remember, honestly. the terrible things they did. I think part of the reason was, again, spoiler alert, skip this bit if you don't want a spoiler. They did all this stuff while attending Sunday school in a church, as if they were children of God, as if they weren't spawns of Satan incarnate. They were just walking into the house of the Lord as if they'd done nothing wrong. Obviously, I am a Christian. I'm not gonna go into the whole religious thing. Well, I call myself a Christian instead of a Catholic, Protestant, blah blah blah, because one of my beliefs is honestly a hatred for the names of these different groups, in the sense that being divided when we should be united as just children of the Lord, no matter who you worship, or if you worship no one. I just don't think it's right for all of us to be divided, sectioned off, and if you believe otherwise, you're condemned to hell. One of the things I don't believe in is hell, proper hell, in the sense that I don't believe the God I believe in would not put anyone through something like that. Two wrongs don't make a right. So I don't think even the most depraved human beings would go to hell. However, I do believe in purgatory and rehabilitation, and even if you're stuck in limbo for centuries, I believe in paying for your crimes, for the hurt you've committed, but I don't believe in eternal suffering and damnation for anyone. So those are my beliefs. But going back to the subject, the disrespect, not only for people, but claiming you're some kind of devout Christian, that makes my blood boil. So there were a lot of things going on with them, such as they believed murder wasn't wrong, clearly, but they literally stated that. They think incest is okay. They practice witchcraft in the bad sense. For people who don't really know witchcraft, there are white witches and black witches, I call them. White meaning light, purity, and black in the sense that the black of night, the dead of night, the evil, messing with bad stuff. You can already guess what side of the spectrum they were on. So not only were they doing illegal things, they were also messing with worlds beyond. They were and by reports, people believe they were only doing it for the thrill of it. No reason such as money, if you were like a Robin Hood type person that was killing for money because you couldn't live. No, they weren't poor. They're just, those people you can kind of comprehend the reasoning behind even if you don't like it. With them, there is just no comprehension. There is no understanding their mindset. In the video, you'll see me kind of understand certain things and theorize towards the end, but I'm not going to spoil it for you. But again, they're just theories, they're just rumors, they're just my imagination creating fiction from facts that may actually have happened, but we'll never know. Also, aside from their victims, other people suffered. Other people were arrested and paid the prices for them. They were literally arrested, whether innocent or compliant. They were arrested for the crimes they didn't commit. So some of them wasted away in prison. Some of them got let off with a slap on a wrist, but they still paid more time, more respect, more they took the punishment that wasn't destined for them. They did more to repent for something they didn't even do than the people who actually did it. This experience was quite eye-opening. If I do it again, it's going to be on request, like if there's stories you want me to cover, if there's something you want me to talk about, if you enjoy this type of video format from me. I'm just the type of person that loves trying out new things, even though it's quite scary, and I just want to get out of my comfort zone. Especially since I'm anxious and socially awkward, starting a YouTube was already way out of my comfort zone. But I'd say I'm decent at it. Hopefully you think so too. And if you do, I hope to see you next time in the next video coming up in the playlist right about now. Goodbye! I hope you had as much fun as me today. Same time tomorrow. If you enjoyed, you might also like these.